It's 2030. Where would Keith and Adella be?
Making his money. No,
Making money. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're good, hope you're well. Yes, if you saw the title screen, it did say the Afadis. More on that later. Spoiler alert, we have a channel. I am here with my husband because I asked you guys on Instagram and someone here, I asked you to ask us questions because we're going to do a Q&A because it's our anniversary. If you're watching this on the date it comes out.
Yeah, by the time it comes out, right?
Yeah, on the day it comes out, which is Wednesday the 21st. It's our 3-year anniversary. High five, we made it to 3 years. Hands are sweaty.
Yep, I'm really hot.
So yeah, we thought it'd be cool to do a Q&A.
Yep.
3 years of marriage.
3 years of marriage.
Well done, congratulations.
Oh,
all right.
Congratulations to you, sir.
How do you support each other on bad days?
I think for Adella, it's giving her space rather than saying, me trying to be a Mr. Fix-It, which me being a, Enneagram type 1. So I'm like, cool, let's get this done, let's fix it.
He's a fixer.
Yeah, I'm a fixer.
I think not always, because sometimes I need that. I think now, Keith, you start to discern or you just ask when it's like, okay, do you want a solution or do you just want comfort?
Yeah.
Or like to vent. And so, yeah. For me, on bad days, you want actions, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Access service and all that. So I think when you're having a bad day, I have to bring myself out of my natural state, which would be like, oh, Paula, and then to be like,
no, I don't need the stories. I need results.
So I'll be like, right, boom, do you need help? Listen, let me like try and sit down and let me help. And it's hard for me, I can't lie.
Yeah, I know,
but I try.
I say, even for me, sometimes I'm just like,
I've got the solution, and I'm saying, I want a solution. Favorite and least favorite thing about marriage? That's a good one. You start.
Least favorite thing about marriage is where does money going?
Yeah. For you.
Yeah. Favorite thing about marriage? I guess, yeah, just building a life.
My least favorite thing about marriage is the constant, sorry, that sounded really bad, the constant requirement to communicate. Like, I can't hide from anything. When I was single, like, I'm in a bad mood, I just go to my room and like shut the door. Now it's like I almost have to answer for everything, and therefore it's only fair that I communicate things to you and how I'm feeling, and we resolve it. Oh, it's a lot, it's tiring. So that's probably my least favorite thing. And my most favorite thing is because of the kind of person I married, I feel so secure in, like, even when things are going bad, I'm like, oh, at least I've got Keith. At least Keith, like, I trust him basically to have our back, to have our marriage back.
Yeah. And
so that's quite a nice feeling of feeling like someone's got you covered. Even if I just laid on the floor and said I'm not dating it anymore, I feel like you'd be there to pick things up. What is one thing that really fascinates you about me?
Your ability to eat endless amounts of popcorn.
Oh. I thought, where are you going with this? Okay.
Yeah. No? You want something more?
I want something deeper.
Something deeper. Okay. No, her ability to empathize and see things from both sides and bring people together in that sense. Whereas I'm very like black and white. So I'm learning a lot from it. What about you?
That's not the question. Okay. One thing that fascinates me about you is how willing you are to help. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm tired, I'm ignoring that. But you go above and beyond. Even if your plan was to like do X and then somebody needs your help, you like drop it and you don't show any sign of like being disturbed like me. I think that fascinates me. Do you recommend marriage?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I guess we wouldn't be married if we didn't recommend it.
I would recommend it if you want to. Don't get married if you don't want to, because then I would not recommend it.
You're under no obligation to get married.
Yeah, exactly. But if you want to get married, we would recommend marriage.
It's a vibe.
I would definitely recommend marriage if you want a relationship, if that makes sense. Because obviously our beliefs and how we live our life, we won't just be boyfriend and girlfriend for life, basically. But even if that wasn't your belief, I would still recommend marriage, because it is, I see it as it's like a relationship, but like a safer one. Yeah. Where you're almost like safe to just be free. There's no fear. I mean, I know people get divorced, but it's like the barrier to exit is harder.
It's harder, yeah.
So it sounds like a trap, but it is a good one. You just feel comfortable.
Yeah, good job.
Do you get what I mean? I'm not selling it, but do you get what I mean?
No, I get you.
Yeah.
I think it's just more of like that commitment of marriage is well, in our faith, it's a commitment to God, but it's also a commitment to each other.
Yeah.
And it's one that you're making like as a covenant to God, a covenant between us and to other people. And when we get married, that whole bit where you get your guests who say, oh, do you vow to help this person, that person? Like our friends, like our circle of group, we take that really seriously. So our marriage is not only just for us two, it's also including and bringing people into our marriage to help us as well.
And that's an important one, because I don't think, well, I can't say we wouldn't make it, but it's helped. Community has helped a lot.
Yeah.
My prediction is that some marriages fail because of lack of
community
or people around them. Yeah, it's massive, very honestly. Because when you're... Who do you go to? What were both of your ideas of marriage before you got married?
You know, I didn't
think about it. I'm not gonna lie. I had obviously like little, schoolgirl fantasies where you're like, I'm gonna get married and marry this amazing man and da da da. But like, as an adult, not really. Like,
yeah, no preconceptions. No. To be honest, the marriage I saw was just my parents' one, and that was two people together.
Yeah.
I
didn't see any.
Yeah.
No, I mean, my sister got married a couple years before me, so I guess I saw that. That was nice. But like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just came into
it blind. I think it was just the fact that we liked each other, we were together, and it was just like, oh, the next step. Yeah. And there was no red flags, there was nothing telling me not to marry you. So I'm like, great, I get to live with my best friend. Yeah. What's your biggest lessons learned so far in marriage? For me, one that's like good and bad, I guess, is that I learned like how I can be selfish, or actually maybe not just selfish, but it's basically a mirror. I feel like marriage is a mirror for me anyway, and I see stuff clearly in me that I maybe hid or didn't have to like face or didn't have to take account for because I was single, and now I'm married. It's like, no, there's no hiding from these things. So it's a good thing. It's hard, but it's a good thing because it allows me to work on myself, I think. Yeah. Especially because we're opposite, so it's a bigger mirror, because what I lack, you have.
Yeah, it's the same.
It makes me see it more.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing. I think marriage is a mirror, right? So you see all the things that, as Adella said, you lack. So for me, it would be the not being so rigid, if that makes sense. So I'm learning to have a bit more fun.
Yeah, and I'm learning to be a bit more disciplined and also more selfless. Just to fix it here. I had to be a bit more like that. Where do you guys want to travel?
Where do you want to travel? Well, we've got two tickets to Brussels, so I'm trying to make use of those. So
okay, is that where you want to go?
Adella's going to say Portugal. She has a bondage to.
I love Portugal, but no, where I want to travel, if money no be a problem, I want to go to the Maldives. I want to go to Bali. I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to go to the Caribbean. I want to go back to Tanzania, Sierra Leone, Ghana. No.
Yeah, Adella's more of the traveller in our relationship.
Do you think?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, people stay at home forever.
Yeah, it's not that I don't mind. It's not that I don't want to go travelling, but I think it's more of a thing for you.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy life.
We'll see more of that on our channel.
It's 2030. Where would Keith and Adella be?
Making his money.
Making his money.
Family.
2030. That's 9 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, family. God willing.
Yeah, right. Have a good community around us.
Rich. I'll say it.
I was gonna say we're able to help and support people around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On our way, or maybe reached financial freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To us.
Rich.
No, not mentioned, but.
I mean, yeah. I think financially free, stable, whatever.
And
like
generous.
You said, generous, helping people. Kids running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anything else?
No. We'll watch this video back.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, God willing. I leave it in your hands. What have you learnt about love from each other?
Tough love isn't the only only love.
That's jokes. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
it's true. I think for me, I've learnt that love, I mean, I knew it, but seeing you do it has taught me more. I've learnt that love is a verb and it's a doing word. So you are not necessarily the most like mushy person, but I've no doubt that you love me because the way you action love. Like you drop everything for me, you'll do anything for me, you'll like remember stuff and do it. Like I just
Yeah, there's the, if you guys aren't familiar, there's the 5 love languages. So it's all about understanding what your partner, how they receive love and how they actually show love. So, for example, Adella is somebody who's really big on words of affirmation. Yeah, thanks. Words of affirmation. So I naturally don't. I'm not a words person, so I wouldn't be like, "Hey, beautiful," every day. Sometimes I do it, not all the time.
Yeah.
So for me, it's understanding that I can show love in the language that she understands it, but then also it's for her to understand that my natural way of showing love is actually just doing stuff. So it might be that she doesn't really think, oh, I need to schedule this, but I might put it in our calendar and got things lined up for her. So it's about appreciating each other's love languages.
Yeah. That's hard, because as much as your brain will tell you, yeah, but Adela, Keith is not a words person. This is how he shows love, and he shows you love. You're still like, no, but tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah, and there's definitely room for that as well. So it's like I have to be like, cool. I know this is where I'm showing love, but also how can I go a step further and show more love in a sense? And it's the same, like
vice versa.
Adela knows that I'm an acts of service person, so for her, who will come and be like, cool, we're doing this at this time, on this date, I'm like, thank you so much.
For his birthday. No, was it your birthday or something? Valentine's Day. I did
Valentine's Day.
The planning session. And it's like, oh, if Keith tried to do that for me, I'll be like, listen, tell me I'm beautiful and take me to dinner. How do you know you're ready for a relationship, and how do you know you're ready for marriage? Do you know?
Marriage, I don't think you'll ever know you're ready for marriage, because there was a thing in our pre-marriage course. They said that you marry a stranger. So the person you marry changes every day. They change every week. They change every year. So the person you marry in today, 21st of July, is not the same person that you would marry. They're not the same person as they would be when it comes to December 21st. Like they're going to be a completely different person because they change. So it's about you adapting. But it doesn't mean that marriage is basically, as we said, it's a big mirror, right? So you just have to be ready to compromise.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think, I don't think you have to wait to be ready per se, because I feel like you're never going to be perfect, or you're never going to be free of all your baggage and all that kind of stuff.
No amount of money either.
Yeah, exactly. No amount of money, no like career, whatever. So I feel like just try it. Not to play with people's emotions, but like if you're a certain age and you're like, okay, I like this person and you want to be in a relationship with them, do it. And then
wait, marriage or relationship?
Relationship.
Okay.
Not just don't just do marriage.
Yeah.
No, I mean like if you might be you want to date someone, I'd say just do it. If in that relationship you realize, whoa, like if it doesn't work out, for example, and you realize, whoa, I was not ready because of X, then try to work on that. But I just think this idea of like fixing all your problems and all your baggage before you get into something, you'll be fixing forever. But I think the compromise thing is a big one, because if you're not ready to like be somewhat selfless with the right person, then there is no winner in marriage. You either win together or you don't. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I hear a lot of people say like, oh, this doesn't serve me anymore, and I just think we're moving into a space where like relationships and marriage are done for selfish reasons, and of course you get a lot from it, but you have to be willing. You have to love the person enough to just be willing to like be selfless, because if you don't want to be selfless, then what do you hate this person that you're about to be in a relationship?
And I think that's where the dating part comes into play, because dating is basically it's like step before marriage for most people anyway. So it's not saying that you play husband and wife, but the thing is that during your dating phase, that's where you get to see, oh, okay, are there any red flags here? Am I willing to actually potentially sacrifice on this particular thing? If I'm not willing to sacrifice, does it mean have I had that conversation with the person I'm in the relationship with? Have they said that that's fine? Yeah. And
we aligned on the.
Are you aligned?
On the non-negotiables. Kind of things,
before you get into it, because obviously you can have these conversations in marriage. It's just a bit harder. Yeah,
and obviously you should think about yourself and your own well-being. But like, come on, hopefully you like or love the person enough that you want them to be happy too. So like, and forget about the outside. Anyways, we're getting on off topic. Let's move on. Any tips on communicating well during a disagreement/argument?
Hear what the person is actually saying rather than what you think they're saying.
Are you eyeing me?
Huh? No, I'm not. But it's so true.
Yeah. I think one advice that we got from that marriage course was that you should put the problem in front of you as opposed to like between you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've taken that advice.
So visually, this is the problem.
And it's not like
Yeah, it's not this.
It's like, okay,
both, come on.
this is the problem. Right.
We both take it in front of us and like, hey, well, hey, problem.
Well, how do we overcome you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think pride, to be honest, is one of the things that gets in the way of communication, because even if deep down you know you've got a good guy in front of you,
your
and
type on paper,
and you know his intentions are pure and like he wants the best for you, I'm still like, yeah, but I don't like the way you said that to me. And so that's what stops me from communicating effectively, because I maybe get pride gets in the way, and I'm like, I get hurt by the pride as opposed to what you're actually trying to say.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm a overthinker, so I think about everything. So for me, what I've learned is, again, giving Adella space to come to terms with how she's feeling, and then hearing those thoughts and feelings, and then communicating in a way that serves both of us, rather than just myself or herself. Yeah. Because even though sometimes she might feel a particular way, if we were to be like, okay, cool, we're just gonna go on that, sometimes it's not gonna serve her well in the long run. Yeah. And that's also with me too. Yeah. So that's why it's important to hear what they're actually saying, rather than what you think they're saying.
Communicating is hard though. I didn't realise that because I chat a lot, but I found out that's not the same as being able to communicate. Oh, Chile. How did you manage merging your finances?
Yeah, I mean, we just
merged them.
Yeah, we'll do a video about it on our channel. Subscribe, link in the description. But in a roundabout setting, basically, we have one joint account where both of our salaries go into. Then we also have another joint account, which is a Monzo joint account for like monthly bills. And spending as a couple together, food, groceries, travel, all that type of stuff. And then we have our own separate accounts where we send the same amount of spending money to each account, so we can, and that's money where I can just do what I want, she can just do what she wants. So, but the main thing for me is that money, that account that we get paid into, I don't want any direct debits attached to that. So I don't want companies being able to take money from that account willy-nilly. So that's why we have a separate account.
And I think in terms of managing it depends how you feel about money, because we definitely went into marriage like, yeah, we're one now, isn't it? We're one. So what I make, what you make, it does matter, but like collectively it matters more. And I can never say, I think because it's like a partnership, I can never say, oh no, that's my money, how dare you, because everything I earn, I have to credit some of it to Keith and vice versa, because we help each other in any capacity. Like for example, my YouTube channel, I can't say like, oh, any money I make from YouTube is mine, because Keith does literally half the work behind the scenes. So and same with, even if I'm not involved in his job, I'm helping him to some degree, like emotional support, whatever it might be, and even if not, we're one in it. So
my job is her job, and her job is my job. There is no,
his pay rise is my pay rise. My pay rise is my
there is no like whatever. But in terms of setting up your account, there isn't it's not a right way to, you must have this account, you must have that account. Obviously there are some accounts that benefit you, like a savings account, but you don't have to do a joint account like us. We recommend it makes it easier, but essentially the premise is that it helps to see your money as one rather than two separate parts of income.
It might be easier if you're like similar earners. I imagine it might be different if like one person's but even still, I feel like joining it still makes it easier, because how can we be married and have two different lifestyles? Like,
because for example, when coronavirus happened and I lost my job, I was on furlough for a while, and then I wasn't making any income, but it wasn't like, oh, Adella was out here gallivanting girls' night out, and I was just
sorry, you're broke, you can't come.
Eating noodles.
No.
It was like, cool, like right now both of us have hit, we both lost a source of income, so we adjust both of our lives, and it's the same. So if the other way around.
I think there's some pride in there as well that stops people from wanting to share their money or accept someone else's money. I'll take it.
But video on that, link in the description.
Are either one of you a stronger Christian than the other?
I'm not gonna say No, I don't think there's one.
I don't think so.
A stronger Christian.
Is that even a thing? Is that possible to be a stronger Christian?
There are. I think what it means is.
I get what she means.
Practically, who does more of.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think there is. I would say like Keith is more disciplined. So in that sense, he's probably like more like by the book, if that makes sense. Like you sin less or whatever.
But then, for example, Adella might be, I'm actually gonna pray more and I'm gonna listen to worship, whereas I typically don't do that as much. I might
listen to Kanye.
Kanye, Jesus is King is a good album. But I mean, I might go and listen to like a few podcasts from like John Pipe rather than let me go put on worship for a while. There isn't a right one. We should obviously have a healthy mix of everything, but I don't think there's a right
stronger. There's not a stronger.
I think it's just more of like, obviously we have our core tenets, like what are like the Trinity, the gospel. We're aligned on those things. We are foundations. But yeah, I don't think there's a stronger one. So
if you go to heaven and you don't see me there, you're in hell. Have you seen that video?
Yeah. I'll throw it up on the screen.
If you get to heaven, write this down. You get to heaven and you don't find me there, you have gone to hell. That's not heaven.
Did you know he was the one on first glance? No. No, I didn't. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no. Okay, this is like more of a dilemma. So my boyfriend isn't very consistent, always busy with work, no time for me. Is it a red flag? Should I leave? Yeah, no, I'm joking. I would say, is it a red flag? I think that's for you to decide and also some context. So like, have you told him? What's his response? For example, if you've expressed this is your thing, this is your problem, and he's like said, yeah, and he hasn't changed, then obviously that's a problem. If he said, sorry, this is just how it has to be, then that's for you to decide if that's something you can adjust, if you can compromise or if you can't. So we can't really answer, I can't really answer if it's a red flag and if you should leave. It's only for you to decide what your non-negotiables are. Personally, would I leave? If you weren't very consistency, yeah, no, I think I would leave. I forgot that part. If you were just busy with work, I would maybe respect that if you told me like, what's the plan? Like, how long are you going to be busy for? You're going to be busy for a couple of years and then we pick, I don't know. Consistency, I think I would leave, but only if I'd given you the talk, spoken to you about it, and I have to judge by your response and your actions after that.
It's exactly what you said, right? So you just have to make sure you're communicating. So if this is a conversation that's been going on, rather than you felt this way and you haven't communicated it, then yeah, but definitely if you haven't already, take those first steps. Have that conversation, and it's not just one and done conversation. Have the conversations, and then
see where you're at. Because also one thing we shouldn't assume is that him not having time for you equates to him not wanting to see you or be with you. Like we said about like people, how they show love, and some people just don't need to be around someone that much. So don't assume that means he's not into you or whatever. But communicate. Because
obviously I don't want to assume the stage of your relationship. But for example, if this was Adella and I later on in our years of dating, and this stuff happened to me, my thinking is I'm trying to set us up for the best possible situation. So that might be also what he's trying to do. But you just have to have a conversation.
And also decide if it is a red flag for you, because we can't. We can't. I mean, there's some clear red flags. Did lockdown make you see life different?
I think definitely.
I think a lot of people, it puts stuff into perspective. It's like, this hustle and bustle that I'm doing, and all this time, lockdown proved that you didn't really have to do that. And obviously, it being a pandemic and people unfortunately dying, it does make you question what's important and what stresses you out and stuff.
I think that's what inspired your video, right? Your hustle culture.
Yeah. I was like, no, we're not doing this right. There's a new way. So it did make you see stuff different. I think also, in terms of like our relationship, there's no hiding, boy. I feel like making it through COVID is an achievement because there's no hiding. You've got to face all your sort of demons and stuff. So I think it can make or break you, and I think for us it's obviously made us a bit better, maybe. Well, I mean, we've survived it. That's all I can ask. How was y'all's first night in marriage? Who initiated? That's the emoji. How was our first night in marriage? Yeah, it was fine. Who initiated? Was it me?
I don't know.
I was bets were on me to be the one that initiated.
Yeah.
But when it actually got down to it, we just did it.
Yeah.
It was, how was it? It was fine. It was good. It was like, for those of you who don't know, we waited to have sex. We waited till we were married to have sex. And
video up here.
Yeah.
To watch that.
And it's just, it wasn't like a movie, but it also wasn't bad. It was nice. It was good. And I feel like it's just one of those things that will just keep getting better because it's new, innit?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. That sounded really, it was great. Do you think a person can be in love with more than one person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
I would say yes. The question is, why did you allow yourself to fall? I don't think people just fall in love after day one. I feel like there's stages to it, and so I feel like you should have nipped it in the bud like early. So I'd say for you to be in love with two people, you've already crossed boundaries with one. If that makes sense?
Yeah, because in love is different from love, right?
So I was gonna say in love, yes, you can fall in love accidentally, but I feel like at that point you've already crossed boundaries in order to get to that feeling. To love someone is a choice, and therefore no, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should choose not to show that person the love that you
love is
show your spouse.
Love is an action. It's not a feeling.
Yeah, but she said be in love. That's why I'm taking it as that feeling.
It's all a doing. It's all about action with love. So if you are in love with somebody, it means that there are actions that have got you to that point, rather than just like, oh, I see someone and I love them.
Yeah. So nip that in the bud. Okay, it says this question is for you, Adella. I'm single and I don't want to be in a relationship until I'm financially stable. I have good savings, but I think I'm not confident enough financially to be in a relationship. And then she went on to DM me an explanation, and she talked about like, should women get into, or is it okay for a woman not to get into a relationship until she is like financially career stable, because sometimes men can lord their finances over a woman if she doesn't have her own. So to answer that, if you want to be somewhere like career finances before you get into a relationship, cool. I do feel like it depends on if the two match up. Like if you say, oh, I want to have kids before 30, but you don't want to get in a relationship until you're stable, but you might not be stable till you're like 35, then obviously you have to do that kind of maths. And also I just think a guy that is going to lord finances over you is not the guy that you want anyway. So I personally don't feel like anyone has to be financially where they want to be, because it takes a lot longer to get there than we think. And so I don't think anyone has to be like at the peak of their career before they even try to settle down. I feel like that's just a waste of time. You can do both for sure. If anything, it's easier, I think, to do it.
Statistics say it's easier.
Yeah, statistics say it's easier to actually be successful if you're in a marriage. So I don't see why you would want to wait. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't think you, as a woman, even, or as anyone, you have to be financially, obviously be stable enough. Like, don't be broke and in debt and drowning or whatever. But like, you don't have to be rich or comfortable, like even that comfortable, or have a house or have a best career before you get into a relationship as a woman, because the right person shouldn't lord that over you. They should help you with it.
Yeah.
In fact, anyways. Nothing.
You must say reckless.
I was about to say, wow. All right. How is it working together on your YouTube channels? What does that typically look like? Yeah, it's good. It's needed. Not needed. Yeah, it's helpful. Because I think me without you, I wouldn't be here. I don't think. I wouldn't be as far as I am. Typically, it just looks like me coming up with ideas, Keith contributing ideas. We sometimes discuss them. And then I'll probably go away and write it up, and sometimes he even contributes to that part.
Like the Kevin Samuels
video.
A lot of people.
Their research.
You know what's so funny about those comments? They're like, this woman doesn't understand what she's talking about. Little do they know.
Keeps her behind the laptop.
I'm writing.
Yeah, so he helps with pretty much all areas, but the part that he helps with the most is like helping me film, and then he edits. I'm not even there when he's editing. So he edits all my videos and does the thumbnails and everything like that. So I appreciate, uploads them, tags them. So I really appreciate it. So it's almost like I'm the talent.
Yeah.
And you're the nerd that does all the.
And then with my channel, Adella doesn't do anything. And that's fine, because I think the last year I said to myself, just do things that you would want to enjoy. Typically, because I'm normally helping other people and stuff. So this year it was just like, just do things you actually enjoy. Like,
Yeah.
and this, I enjoy tech, I enjoy cameras, I enjoy like productivity stuff, and I like creating stuff. And
Yeah.
I've been doing that since I was young. So the channel's literally just my own project. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I think it also works. We work well together because we both kind of do the same jobs. We're both in marketing.
Yeah.
And so like when it comes to all the nerdy marketing stuff about like the algorithm and how to do this and click-through rates, we're like aligned on that. So it makes sense.
Yeah, if you don't know, I work for a global creative social media agency, and then Adella.
I work client side, I work for a company.
Yeah,
So,
but a well-known company.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know.
But yeah, so we both sort of do marketing on both sides. And so yeah, that's a nice segue, I think, Keith.
It is, madam.
Into our channel. So yeah, Keith and I have got a joint channel. We're one of those, but we're not one of those.
Yeah, we're trying not to make it like,
it's not a couple's
channel,
channel per se, so it's not like husband does my makeup or anything like that. It's pretty much just because we are a creative couple and we want to like express that creativity. So we're going to be taking you on the journey of like just us basically trying to adult this thing called life.
so that looks like things like vlogs about things that we're actually doing.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to be vlogging part of our anniversary and places that we're going to go. So if you want to see that, check that out. Career stuff, so like adulting, how we manage our finances, our career journey together, things like that, as well as some creative takes on social media and the online space right now. So we'll definitely be talking about stuff like that. Not telling you how to particularly do hacks and stuff to grow a channel, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's interesting.
Basically, adult with us. Adult with us.
Adult with us.
Adult with us. And yeah, maybe some marriage stuff if that helps. But like I said, it's not your typical relationship channel.
Yeah.
We just happen to be a married couple and we're doing a channel together. Hopefully, as exciting things happen in our life, we'll also be able to like sort of take you on that journey in a fun way. But always, our goal is always to like help people and encourage people.
Yeah.
So there'll always be a thread of that across everything that we do on my channel, on his channel, on our joint channel. So yeah, link in the description to the channel to subscribe if you like what you see. Live right now on that channel is things that we've learned after 3 years of marriage. Yeah, we might be answering more questions that we got for this video there too. So if you want to hear more of those, head over. And then next week or at some point you'll see our vlog of what we got up to on our anniversary. Hope you liked that video, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe and all that. And I will see you in my next video, or I'll see you on our channel. Bye.